Dear students, in this video we will see assembly of a universal coupling. So I already made the part models. So this universal coupling consists of 7 models. Okay, I posted that as a separate video. I will share the link in the description box. So if you want, you can go and watch it. Okay, so there are totally 7 components. So we will bring the components one by one and we will start assembling it. Okay, click on new. Okay, there is a separate assembly module. Click assembly. Okay, now we'll bring the components. Okay, the first component is fork and center. Okay, select fork. You can either bring all the components at once or you can bring the components one by one. So I always prefer bringing the components one by one. So sometimes if the number of parts is more, if you bring all at once, the screen would look very clumsy. Okay, so to avoid that, you always it's better to bring the components one by one. Okay, open. Okay, so before starting the assembly, you have to note one point is that one of the base components should be a fixed one. Okay, so here you see the center is fixed here. So how to find it out? So here you can see a F symbol, right? That means that component is a fixed component which can't move in any direction. Okay, whereas this forks, you can see a minus symbol, that is it is in floating condition, so you can rotate or you can move in any direction. So I'm going to fix this fork and make this center as a center to float. Okay, so select right click on this fork, select fix, and right click on this center and convert it into float. Okay, now you can see there is a change in the symbol. Okay, this center should come should match with this fork. Okay, so you can go to the option called mate here. So here you can see mate. Okay, select this surface and this surface. Click OK. Now you can see. Now you can move it up and down or you can rotate it. Only two direction of motions are possible. Okay, because we locked the lateral movement. Okay. So now select this bottom surface and this surface. So now it can rotate. Okay, now it can the only direction of motion is rotation. Okay, we locked other two directions. Okay, lateral and longitudinal directions are locked. Okay, again we need a fork on the other side also. What you can do, press Ctrl, just click on this and you can drag it. Okay, so you can bring a copy of the component without going for insert component. Okay, just press Ctrl and do the left click on that object and drag, so you'll get the copy of that object. Okay, now again go to the mate. Okay, select the surface and this one. No. Okay, now we have to lock the other motion also. Okay, select this surface, this one. Okay. Now we'll bring the component, this fifth component pin, and we'll lock this one. Insert component, pin. So we need two pins. Okay, so again press Ctrl, using left mouse button, just click and drag it. Mate. Okay, select this one, select this. Give the okay, it's fine. Okay, now select this surface and this surface. Similarly for this also, this surface and this and this one and this one. Okay, now we'll bring in the taper pin. Before taper pin, we'll bring in the collar, we'll put it here, and then finally we lock it with the taper pin. Okay, so insert component, bring in the collar, pin also I'm going to bring. Okay, sorry, not pin, taper pin. Component. Okay, so I need two quantities. Okay, here itself you can see the quantities are mentioned in the bill of material. Okay, so select press control using mouse button, drag it. Similarly for this also. Okay, go to the mate face and this surface, and then you can see a hole. This hole is on pin and this hole is on collar. Now they got concentric alignment. Okay, now you can put the taper pin here. Okay, just you can move it and lock it like this. Okay, now I'll go to this one, inner surface and this outer surface, and then this hole, this, all are concentric mates. Okay, now select this one and this one. Using mouse you can move it little bit and like put it like this. Just we are locking the pin with the fork. Okay, now now we'll bring in the shaft as well as the key, shaft and key. So we need one more, press control. Again go to the mate, select this, sorry, clear section. First we'll put the shaft onto this one, onto the fork. Okay, select this one. So it is not, it is saying it is not valid. So what we can do here, go to the view and hide and show. You select the temporary axis. Okay, select the temporary axis and axis. Temporary axis is enough. You select the temporary axis. So now you can see you are getting a axis on all the components, so which will be useful for mating the components. Okay, so select this axis and this axis, click OK. The component is gone inside. Okay, so it is like here. Okay, so now you can see here. Now we have to match that both the keyways. Okay, so select this and select this one. Coincident mating is not working. Sorry, check it out. This side and this side should align. Okay, yes. Okay, now you can see only shaft is moving only in the lateral direction. Now we'll put the key here. Select this surface Okay, select this surface and then select this surface and this surface. Okay, now key seated perfectly on this keyway. Okay, so you lock this movement also. Still shaft is moving like this. Okay, so we will lock it here, this side. Okay, now we can't move the shaft. Now we'll assemble it on the other side also. Axis. This part should go inside, so flip alignment. Okay. Okay, this part should go inside. Now select this one and coins. Okay, now you have to lock this one. Okay, bring it out. Select this surface and this. Now bring in the key. Okay, this surface, this surface. Okay, just click and drag it out. Okay, just this surface and this surface. Little bit you have to move it inside. Okay, it should exactly come on the key way. Click OK. Now you can go and switch off this temporary axis. For mating purpose, you can use this temporary axis. Okay, so this is the final assembly. Okay, thanks for watching.